Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the start of my F1 2019 career mode. And the team that I am going to be joining is McLaren F1. On screen, you will see my settings and my gameplay settings and my assists. I have got it on 103 difficulty. Of course, you can just read it all there. Going to try and keep it in line with my league racing, which I do on Saturdays. On Tuesdays. And yeah, this was a pain in the ass to record, and it's going to be a pain. It's been a pain in the ass to edit. But hey, I'm doing it for you guys at home. But yeah, like I say, on screen you saw my assists and all that. I did put a poll up on my league racing Discord server that I'm part of to help me choose a team, and McLaren won overwhelmingly. Just looking through all my emails and that, they're expecting us to finish 10th and qualify 10th and everything. Looking through the engine upgrades and everything, we need to, by the looks of things, we need to focus on powertrain. So that's the first thing I do. I bought one part, and then I did the department quality control and the engine efficiency thing. But we're going to get into Q1 just now. I think going forward, I'm only going to show you like Q3 if we ever get into Q3 and everything. Like I say, I've got the track limits on strict, so yeah, I've got to be careful. That's what I play on. That's what we do in SNRS. I did start a career mode quite a while ago, but I think it was on like F1 2018. I never really got into it, but I want to do it for you guys. I have put like any overtakes that I've done. I have done the replay sort of system to it, so a lot of editing being going off. There was about 60-70 minutes worth of footage, and I put it all down into 21 minutes or so. It says on my screen 21 minutes and 16 seconds. Might be different for you guys at home, I don't know. So, but yeah, this is in Q1. We're expected to get out of Q1 for sure. Car felt nice with that chicane. I don't actually have a custom setup at the moment. I need to actually get a custom setup ready for this track as well. I want to get a custom setup for all the tracks, so it's just so much easier. Come up to a bit of traffic in Ricardo. Ricardo, what are you doing, buddy? But to be fair, he didn't really get in my way too much. We did get a bit of a slipstream towards the end. We hit a bit of dirty air there, but we do get his slipstream, which helps us to qualify in second. Of course, it was easy to get through there. So we skip over to Q2. Plus as well, I just forgot to record my second run in Q2. I mean in Q1. This is at the end of the lap. Decided to go on the mediums, just in case if we want to start on the mediums or anything, if we couldn't get out of, well, if we managed to just get through. At that time, it was actually a pretty decent time, qualifying in 5th, but at the end of it was down in last place of Q2, so I decided to go onto the softs just to make sure we get into Q3. And look at that, almost a second up on our original time. There we go, we just hit 1 second, so absolutely insane for us. Come up against a bit of traffic, but doesn't really affect us too much. But back to cross the line, we are about 1.3 seconds quicker than our previous time, which puts us up into, I think, 9th it was. Yeah, 9th. So we just got out of Q2. But this is where it all comes down to. We went back onto the mediums for our first run. But here you will see my full flying lap, which I was pretty happy with. I do play with the racing line. I am using the controller and everything. So that was the sort of time that we had to beat to qualify in front of our teammate, 123.6. But the fact that we did the mediums before, on used mediums, we should be a-okay. But anything can happen. We could crash. You just don't know. Already over half a second quicker, halfway through the lap. We do have Bottas behind us as well, I believe it was. There we go, yeah, Valtteri Bottas. So we're kind of helping him, and don't mean to spoil anything, but we do actually help him, and you will see in a second. But like I say, we could still crash. He could crash, even though I've just said that it helps him. So he's gaining my slipstream, but he also gets the dirty air. But we've got a clean track ahead of us. Just got to hope that he doesn't overtake us as well. Look at that, we're already a second quicker as well. So we're guaranteed to start ahead of our teammate, but by how much? As we ran the final corner, no oversteer, no understeer, absolutely perfect. He gains our slipstream. Hamilton was 121.4, but we crossed the line. They say nice job, and it is a nice job. We start in P8. So, there we go. Absolutely fantastic. But we're going to get into the race intro now. And I'll see you on the grid order.
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia across the globe and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year, with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh-looking spread of tyre compounds, and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda power unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
So then, a rundown of qualifying. You know, we had a decent start to our career. So, in P1 we have Valtteri Bottas. In second it is Sebastian Vettel. Then further down the grid we go Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Alexander Albon, Sergio Perez, myself, Nico Hulkenberg, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat, Lance Stroll, Pierre Gasly, Magnussen, Grosjean and Giovinazzi, and rounding out the grid is Russell and Kubica. We need to hopefully finish in the points. As you can see, the original strategy was softs to hards, but I was thinking, can we go on to the mediums? So I was playing around with it. I accidentally added a stint 3 and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go on the mediums, and there we go, 1.5 seconds quicker than it originally planned for. So I was like, it's going to be a bit of a tall order, but I know that we can do it. I am going to open a can of energy drink, not sponsored by the way. But anyway, 5 red lights are out, and away we go for the opener of the F1 season here in Melbourne, Australia. It's a decent start from us, but we have got a lot of cars up ahead, and I'm not going to be using flashbacks at all in this career mode. So, you know, wish me luck on that one. But we hold on to P8, getting very close to the back of Alexander Albon there. But we know that we're not going to be fighting him at all. We almost hit the right rear tyre of Sergio Perez. Surprised we didn't get a warning for that, but we just, you know, we somehow got away with it as the car gets a little bit wayward from us. Lando Norris is right behind us. He is putting us under a lot of, and I mean a lot of pressure. A little bit shaky in the opening in the opening half lap, as Norris is looking to get past us here through this chicane. And I have no idea what any of the corners are called. We do cut him off though. We're saying no, not today. This is my race to throw away, not for you to throw away. But as we come up to the end of the first lap, I will always show the first lap, the opening lap of every race, and it will all be cut down quite a bit. But so far so good. We are holding on to 8th, so hopefully this is going to be a good race for us. Of course, it's our first race of the season. There are no upgrades there. You know, we've got it on a standard setting, as Valtteri Bottas is in first. But now this is Lando Norris attacking us. That's what I mean from one of the replays. Found one of the corners. I can't remember. I think it's like third to last corner. But we didn't defend too much because we know that we can get him again. And we will have DRS on him. But we kind of messed that corner up. But DRS yet again. Are we going to look for the overtake? Are we going to do it? Thinking about it. Didn't happen. But we will have DRS on him again. And we are closing. Going to go down the inside. And we make the move stick, thankfully. Thankfully, there was no contact between us. And we move back up into 8th place. So, like I say, Lando Norris is putting us under some pressure here. But we are very equal to him. Who, by the way, Lando Norris has to be one of the rookies of the year. Or is the rookie of the year in my eyes. He's absolutely fantastic. I wish, you know. I'm older than him, but I look up to him. I know that's really weird. But again, Lando Norris is not giving up 8th place. He wants that place. As he looks for a move around the outside, going into the chicane. I love this corner because if you get it right, you can fly through it. But we had to park the car a little bit because we took a bit more of a narrow entry. But it's not over yet. It's really not over. It's a pain in the backside, I tell you that, to drive with a controller. Anyway, on to lap 7 now, as he looks for a move down the inside this time. But thankfully, we got a bit of a faster line through that chicane. But he's still behind us, and look at the speed that he's got. But I am on standard and low engine mix, as Hulkenberg is looking to try and get around the inside of us. But we're not going to let that happen, as we do make a bit of contact there, but not enough to put any of us off, so that is okay. But yet again, on Lando Norris, we are going to have the DRS on Norris, but we're not going to get the move done just yet, I don't believe. We are gaining slightly, but I wasn't too fussed because I know I've got DRS again. But here we go, coming down into the next turn. Like I said, I have no idea what any of these turns are called. But with that, yeah, there was no point in trying to go for it again. So we waited our time. On to lap 8 now. I think it was still lap 8. Can't remember. I'm not really great with voiceovers. This is the best I can do, guys. I apologise. Second to last corner. You know, nice and planted there. Of course, the tyres are going off. I think at this point there was on like 45%. No, sorry, 51%. Perfect timing for myself. Now, was going to look for a move down the inside of turn 1, but he closed the gap very well. He was going to say, no, that is not going to happen. But one of our new favourite places to overtake, because it's one of the only places that you can really overtake. But we go around the outside. Can we get the move done? So we go from the outside to the inside. And that was a beautiful manoeuvre, if I do say so myself. I don't mean to blow my own trumpet. But it's fine. We got it done. Get the move done. But Lando Norris is back on our outside again. I forgot that happens. But, you know, we're going to keep that place. We do cut him off, which causes him to lose a little bit of time. As Lando Norris is going down the inside again. He just doesn't seem to leave me alone. He's a pain in my backside, I swear. And we still keep the place, thankfully. But we are at risk here of losing the position to him down the start-finish straight. Are we going to lose the position? It doesn't look like it. We are in rich and overtake. Give me some, if you can, guys. Give me some tips on the fuel usage. Like, should I underfuel my car, overfuel my car? What should I do? I'm not really 100% sure. Anyway, we're going to the pits now. As you can see, I did look behind me just in case if Norris was coming in at the same time. Because sometimes the game does that. But lap 11, these tyres were going off the really off the rails quite a bit. But we go on to the mediums, was exactly what we wanted anyway. Get held up a little bit, and we do lose a bit of time to some other cars, which is a pain in the backside, it really is. But we're going to come out in 13th, possibly 14th. Yep, we're in 14th, but Daniel Ricciardo is ahead of us. and he is on the hard compound tyres. So within a few laps, we should get him. In fact, it's actually the next lap that we get him. We're right behind him now. This should be an easy overtake, really. I love that chicane. I really do. Like I say, if you get it perfect, you're singing for days. Didn't want to overtake him just yet. I want to stay behind to get this DRS detection here. So that is one of my plans. If I know that there's 2 DRS sections quite close, I'll always wait until the last DRS section anyway. But oh, look at that perfect camera angle. Absolutely brilliant. We overtake Daniel Ricciardo with ease. As you see, we'll get to at the end there. I don't know what that camera angle is. I really don't. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? But anyway, we still are having a bit of trouble here with Daniel Ricciardo as he looks to go down the inside. But we defend quite well, I have to admit. We defend really, really well. So, back up into 8th. We lost a bit of time to some cars ahead of us. But it's actually okay. As you can tell, we've went about 15 laps or so without anything happening. Daniel Ricciardo, though, with an engine failure. In fact, I don't know if I caught it as well, but Nico Hülkenberg, the other Renault driver, had an engine failure. So, you know, not a great day for them at all. I'm not a fan of the virtual safety cars either. I lose so much time. As you can see, I lost quite a bit of time, nearly half a second. But, you know, these things happen. But yeah, not a lot really happened for like 10 or so laps. You know, we was nowhere near the front runners, but it was Lando Norris yet again. As you can see, there we go. Yeah, Nico Hülkenberg engine issues as well. So not a great time for Renault. But as we get onto the final lap, Lando Norris is yet again right behind us. But for lap 28, we decided that we was going to save our ERS and save our our fuel, and we was just going to go for it. So one mistake would be catastrophic. The tyres at that point were on like 60%, as you can see. I'm just so good with timing, I can't even see what's coming up. I edited it, but I can't remember what is where. So yeah, we was losing some time to Lando Norris. He must have really preserved his tyres really, really well. But he was right behind us. But I knew that we had the upper hand, because the only DRS detection zone now coming up was towards the end of the lap. As Valtteri Bottas wins the Australian Grand Prix. But what matters at the moment is for me not to crash and for Lando not to overtake me. He has been an absolute pain in my backside. As you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video. But round the final few corners now, you know what? I can be pretty happy with 8th. If we finish in 8th, I'll be happy with that. And pretty much we are going to finish in 8th. So I am happy with that. Penultimate corner now. Can we keep the car under wraps? We do. Overtake and Rich. And there we go. Across the line. To finish 8th, no less. So an absolutely fantastic time from us. But yeah, let's go for the race ending outro.
Yes, another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So, congratulations to Valtteri Bottas for winning the Australian Grand Prix. Of course, in real life, he did win it as well. Maybe next season he can actually win the the whole championship. But anyway, at the top 10 here is Bottas, Hamilton, Leclerc, Verstappen, Vettel, Albon, Sergio Perez, myself, Norris, and Lance Stroll getting into the final points paying position. As you can probably realise, Devon Butler and Lucas Weber aren't in this career mode because I haven't put them in. I didn't do the F2 championship thing to begin with. I wanted to keep this semi-realistic, well, as realistic as possible. But it looks like everyone did a one-stop. Of course, it was a one-stop strategy. But that is going to be the end of the episode. Kind of sad it's the end of the episode already. You'll have to let me know, guys, if you enjoyed it. I will try and get another episode done for tomorrow. So far, we are just beating Lando Norris in the rivalry section. We get some decent amount of resource points that we're going to put towards the car. I am going to put one on the chassis side. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload and stream. And yeah, I will catch you all soon in another video. Peace!